Got a rabbit here. Hey, rabbit.
Hey, rabbit.
Hey, rabbit. It's Eminem.
Going back to that.
Yeah.
So
So you good now?
Yeah.
Welcome to DMC Sessions inside Dodgy Space. We're talking to Onke. Stwy. I call him Stwy Master.
Onke Vuldo.
We're out here for Dreamoutloud, the brand that he pushed, and we are getting to know exactly where this thing came from. We've got the first half of it where we saw he read his letter and we realized where this vision first stemmed from. But now we want to find out when you got to Joburg, what your journey was, how did you manage to make your way through, survive, you know.
And the fun thing is
what got you out from the first moment ukuphumayo ufike Jozi, ufikele phe Jozi, and so
the first thing I can do, ever since I got here, I can name people more than 5 to 10 who came with me, who came when I was here and then went back, but I'm still here.
Yeah, no, there are people who come and go.
So for me, it started in 2013. That time I was doing electrical engineering. I was in college in Lutinage. On my third year, I was passing, but I was getting good marks. And then on my third year, man, I started. I think there was a time where I saw like my future as an engineer, and this is gonna be my life. Okay, I'm gonna be an engineer. I'm gonna be an engineer. Then I'm gonna wake up at 5. My wife's gonna make me, let's say that time I'm married, my wife's gonna make me breakfast and then lunchbox, go to work, come back later, make me supper, we eat supper as a family, we watch Generations, whatever we're watching, and then we go back to sleep. That's gonna be a pattern from Monday to Friday. And then on Saturday, I'm gonna go and drink. If I'm gonna go and drink on Saturday, I'm gonna cheat on my wife. Because I'm meeting abantu abangachatanga pha, we are drinking, I see girls twerking at my face, then ngizochat. Nah, man. And that time I'm just lying on my bed facing the roof. This can't be me. I remember during June holidays I went back home to my village. Can't figure out, that's when I started seeing these things. But Asia, man, everyone here is struggling. They don't have school uniforms. I remember there's a cousin of mine who told me that her grandmother told her, but bruh, it's either we buy you the books to study or we buy food for us to eat. Sure. And that boyfriend used to go to school during rainy days. And he used to go to school to high school during rainy days. And the thing is about him, he passed his matric. The first year in matric, but he didn't have enough information to go to varsity. Instead of staying at home or going to the mines or going looking for work, he went back to school and did matric again because he didn't have information and passed it again. So I was starting seeing that there are a lot of people from my village but they are not afforded the opportunity, they are not afforded the information. Okay, so when I got there, and then I went back to PE. That's where I was staying. I was staying back there. And then it so happened that I met this beautiful young black woman who was working at this company. I don't want to mention the company. We was working at this company, and we connected, man. We connected to a point whereby there was a point where we could date. But I started thinking about where she was working, and I started telling her about my community, and she told me she can help me because they offer apprenticeship or internship in engineering, and they start from people who have matric. So I told her about my community. She said, nah, it's fine, man. Whenever something comes up, I'll tell you. And then there were a lot of internships that came out. I think, when was it? 2013. And then I called my community chief, Unkos Patsel, and then I think seven kids from my community came to PE. And it was hard even for them to come to PE because they didn't have money. They came to PE. When they go to PE, that girl, they came to PE for an interview. And do you know what she did? Right. She gave me everything that were going to be tested on that day. She gave me the question paper and gave me the memo.
Dog, you're exposing yourself.
No, I'm not mentioning the company and the game. No, I'll never do that to her because I love it.
But
I always appreciate it. Yeah, bro. She gave me that, and I remember that night, but we practiced the whole night. Yeah, we were staying in. When they came to PE, we stayed in one of. There were 7 of them, and then one of them had a cousin here in PE. Yeah, so we stayed in one of the guys' cousin in PE in one room. They practiced all night. I brought the question papers over. They practiced all night. I remember after they came from the exam, they said, "You okay? Everything we started last night was there," but I felt ashamed. And then instead of getting 100%, I just made sure, but I
was
knew,
feeling something.
just one. Let me get it wrong. Number 5.
Because don't be suspicious if you're perfect.
All of them, only the same they come from the same area, from the same village. Perfect. One of them.
That's suspicious.
And then one of the things that touched me that day is that one of them didn't have a CV because you have to bring a CV. Her CV was handwritten. Handwritten. But my friend said to me, Onge, it doesn't matter. Give me that CV. I will just
type it out.
Yeah, I'll just type it out and enter it into the system and so on. So from my village, one thing I've read about, they don't have computers. They only hear about computers from TV or radio. I'm told that's the but they don't know. They don't have computer labs. They don't have chemistry labs. So, but one thing that I've noticed that day is that me doing that made me feel happy. Me doing something for someone made me happy.
And it gives you life.
That's what when I got that. That's what I wanted. Did you
This is what my life should be.
Instead of doing electrical engineering, whereby I'm gonna be angry, and then on weekends I'm not happy, I'm not doing something I love, I'm gonna cheat on my wife.
Would be the typical.
Boy, this is what I love. This is what makes me happy, doing something for someone. And I believe, every human being, we have the ability to show compassion towards someone. We have the ability to be kind to people. It's just that in our days, but they say that poverty. Poverty. Oh man. My king,
it strips you of your humanity.
Yeah, because
and,
now
your dignity, and it's hard for you to think outside of your poverty. You're thinking firstly getting yours.
Yes.
And it stems into greediness.
Yes. Greediness.
And that is contrary to what gives you life, which is giving, because
it's contrary to who you are.
Because as a human, we are all about. That's where the term your Ubuntu comes from. Is because as Umtu, you want to appreciate another human being and
show compassion.
We all actually are born for each other. When we born, our mother carries us. We are dependent beings. We carried, we brought into the earth. They take care of us until we grow up to a point where we can take care of ourselves. And even in the taking care of ourselves, there's other people taking care of us, because now you're meeting teachers, you're meeting friends who teach you certain lessons, you're getting into relationships that teach you certain lessons. So all of these things play a role in growing you and becoming who you are. So we are dependent, and that's where the giving thing helps. If everyone was in that mindset, would be far. Would be very far from humanity. How we are living in a world of greediness, bro.
Man. We have adopted the mentality of being greedy, man.
That's what poverty is born.
Bro, when you're in poverty, you're in a state of struggle in a way. You can't help but think about yourself first before thinking about the next person.
You even rob the other person.
You
take from the other person. Now that's even worse. You're taking, not even giving. We are taught by force.
The most people that I've talked to that who have done those things, but after they have done those things, they feel bad.
Of course.
Because it doesn't go with who they are. But it's something that they had to do to survive.
They tell themselves that too, to be like, I'm doing this for
Yeah, but
you know, for the benefit. But I don't sit well.
it doesn't resonate with their spirit. It doesn't resonate with their
And that's
spirit.
why they go on a lot of drugs and all of these things. They try to forget.
Yeah. So for me, that's how I was like reintroduced. I don't want to say introduced. That's how when I was reintroduced to the spirit of Ubuntu. Every one of us, man, like it's not like there are no perfect beings.
Sure.
Everything depends on the choices that you make. You can be good or bad. It's up to you. Depending on the situation that you're in. When I was in PE, that's when I realized, man, me doing something that helps the people helps me. So that's when I started thinking about my community. Okay, in my village, what is it that because I realized, okay, if I go back to my village and then talk to them, they won't listen to me.
Because you're from there.
You're from there.
The prophet is never appreciated in their own home.
So now come it's like they don't even respect you or your humanity. They respect the material things. If ungafika pa driving a jeep and what
it's another, you're on another road now.
Okay, what is it that they love? And then I realized about these guys love soccer. And I realized, I used to play soccer when I was young, and I used to be good in defending. So now I'm gonna go to Joburg, and I'm gonna do what they love. Not only that, and then there's a lot of things that go through my mind. I realized, I started thinking about the public figures, but man, these guys are in a public figure. Why aren't they doing anything about villages? Because they come from the villages. But why are they opening an orphanage foundations? Like I'm from the Eastern Cape. I know Sister Samazoai comes from Mkandu. It's actually the same area. Why mengenzi these things? It doesn't don't. Okay, what is it that they love? Community it's soccer. It's soccer, okay. What is it that they love? It's public figures. I'm gonna celebrate. Okay, as in don't. I'm gonna go to Joburg. I'm gonna ask Dr. Irvin Khoza on Orlando Pirates. Then in Bay player, they're gonna love me for being a soccer player, and then I'm gonna use that celebrity status to convince them to go this route. I'm gonna use the status, and then I'm gonna use the same status to raise funds for the community, to raise funds for to build a press.
That's always the thing. Like Kuti, that branding that you get from it will make open doors for many other things.
It's like me and you. If we were to go into any corporate office now, no one would listen to us.
Sure.
But if Zola 7 walked into that corporate office, everyone would stand up, Zola 7. And then they would listen to anything that Zola 7 says.
Especially some of those people in that corporate seat probably grew up watching him as a hero.
Yeah, Zola 7. Oh, that's my guy, man. That guy gave me a place to stay when I was sleeping at garage.
Yeah, you guys have a relationship.
Man, I will forever be grateful to Zola. So, even I'm not dissing Uzola. Let's say any public figure will walk into an office whoever it is, a public figure will go into an office because of his status, because of the position that he holds. People will listen to that person, he or her. But an ordinary person who has a bright idea walks into that same office and says something that's brilliant, that could be life-changing.
So it's status first.
It's status
and ideas.
That's where I've realized, but abantu don't respect the person. They respect the position you hold. It's about the position you hold that time. So that's what I was after when I came to check. Okay, I need to hold this certain position so that when I speak and say, okay, I'm trying to build a preschool for my community, they want to help. I'm trying to do this. That's why I said, okay, I'm gonna go to Orlando Pirates instead of Utatu Ubabu Irvin Khoza and Orlando Pirates Academic League. Back then, the train so that in Orlando Pirates so that in big public eye so that especially community because the community there are two teams that stand in the community. It's Orlando Pirates and the Chiefs. Orlando Pirates, Chiefs, and the Sundowns. So if I can be part of these three,
at least those three.
Bazon Mamela. That was the goal. Me coming to Joburg. Bazon Mamela, my king. So I came to the first time I thought about the idea, I bought the bus ticket. I sold my laptop. I made a passport. I bought the bus ticket, and then the day that I was supposed to come to Joburg, my mother cried because of something else that was happening. Oh, and she cried. It was a painful cry, if I can put it that way in English. Like there was something happening on her family side. Yo, she cried, man. I know this woman has sacrificed a lot for me, and for her to find out now, but instead of me going back to PE, finishing what I was doing, that would destroy her.
Yes.
And then as I bought the ticket already, I went to a city line, I bought a money bus, and then from Eastern Cape to Kutsolo, it's like 40 kilometers. I got off the bus, man, I can't do this with my mother. I go back to Umtata, because my child Umtata at that time. Go back to Umtata, mama, nah, man. And then I lied to her. That moment, the guy that I was supposed to go with Eastern PE, because been funu save the malunika yon bus ticket. There's the guy that I was supposed to go with. Now postpone it. What? Oh, hey, when okay, what one? Okay, nice, fine.
Yeah.
Then I went back, but I went back to PE. I became depressed. I've been out cool, bro.
Yo, like what do you mean not cool?
Bruh, like it means in say class in pool and I will start walking, yeah, because my mind is not here. I don't wanna do this, yeah, my mind is not here. I don't wanna do this, and people who know me will tell me, "I okay." So bona walk a Bridgina till because mentally tinaha that time before you get to a before you get to a tinaha, you cross there's a bridge there, but. So I don't have a recollection of me walking in a bridge. I was like, I didn't want to be here.
Yo.
Until then, I summoned the courage again to buy a bus ticket, and then I left Inaha and I came to Joburg. I arrived here on the 29th of July, Exeni. I remember until KFC. 2014. Yeah, a park station. Okay, I'm here to meet Dr. Irvin Khoza. Where is Dr. Irvin Khoza? Where is Orlando Parades? Where is PSL? Yeah, Pila. Like that's when things, that's when things come into my mind. But yo, yeah, Pia. Yo, man,
yeah, pity there. But
then ndabuza manje yo, iphila nsi Orlando Parades ikuphi ne PSL? But it's Parktown. Okay, and then I started look. It took me 2 hours to find the taxis at Parktown in Joburg. That time in Joburg and the hours. So Eastern Cape and there's shopping 2 hours. I can't get I then I got there. When I got there, I saw I want to sign a PSL room. I was happy. Then I went inside, and lucky for me, Dr. Irvin, because at that time I was having a meeting there. When I got there, the security guards and the reception, did you make an appointment? No, we can't. Like in that time, maybe we offices at PSA, but no, you can't meet with Dr. Irvin Khoza now. You need to make an appointment, or you're gonna get us into trouble. And the security guards, baby, like you can't, my king. This is not allowed. It's fine. The okay, zip all offices all on parades, but they said offices bezila. But and at that time I arrived on Tuesday, 20 July. But the offices bezila, but they moved the previous weekend to Houghton. But where in Houghton, we don't know.
So we have to go to Houghton.
Ndiyazila Houghton. Ndiyafika la andiyazi noba ikuphi icala. Yabo, but it's Houghton. Yo, okay, ngoma yazi ngoma andifuna ugxoshisa la mouth. Okay, ndithi Houghton ikuphi? But now you go east. Go just walk east.
Yo, what is even east?
Bro, that time I don't even know directions. Man, come like so, and then I started walking. I walked for 4 hours. I think now I know the wild. Parks up Houghton. Walking through the wild, going up straight until I met the guy. Yo, man, if you out here, no, go straight in them, turn left. Bro, I walked for 4 hours. I remember that day there was even an accident behind me. GTI bomb. He had accident back in motion. I don't even the energy to attend land. I just need to keep walking. I think after 3 hours,
no food, no water.
No food, no water. And that time I've got my backpack and a laptop. I've got a bag and a zam. I'm coming here to camp in Orlando Parades in my mind.
Sure.
Bra, lahlala phansi athi yintoni? Second cartel man.
Dedication.
Kanhleli phansi bra. It's not even about dedication up. It's about something that's implanted inside of you that will drive you to where you need to be. Yeah, I'm just
you're holding on to that idea.
You're holding on to that idea.
Every step that you make.
My king. One thing I can tell you now is that God, Allah, Buddha, whoever you believe in as your creator, will use whatever is at your disposal to get you to where you need to be.
Yeah, true.
Yabo. I'm not a soccer player, but yabo. But that's what I was brought. That's how I was brought to Joburg. Hlali sentini brand ngoma no ehouting ngoma yo fuck 2 o'clock ndizothini ananda ulala because when I came here I told myself no 2 p.m.
Okay.
I told myself when I came here, as no ngizolala police station ngizolala hospital, those are government facilities abazungixosha
Jozi.
that's how I told myself yabo. That's how I told myself yabo.
Yeah.
And then okay dahlala ngimazi no futheke nanxa ngihlili phansi when I was about to give up wagqitha enye imoto ene-branding e-Orlando Pirates.
No ways.
My king. Yazi mfethu ne when you talk about science and what.
Dude.
Bruh, I swear my mother is alive. I swear on my mother's life. And I swear on my own life. When I was about to give up, ingqondweni nami ngithi ndifuna Orlando Pirates offices.
No.
Yazi ke the funny thing is about Orlando offices, Orlando Pirates, they moved on Saturday. I came to Joburg the following week on Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's 3 days. No one knows the office of Orlando Pirates. No one is told. It's hidden from everyone.
What?
It's hidden, bruh. No one knows. Even the CPSL abazazi zabanixelele. It's hidden from everyone.
Orlando, where y'all at?
Boy, no one knows.
They still don't know to this day.
No, I know for sure. No, they moved, and at that time they were still using, like they were still renovating the facility. They just moved in. They didn't want anyone to know that time. But mna, when I was about to give up, imoto Orlando Pirates. That Nancy, they landed. And I walked up. No, I just started walking because it was going down the street. The name of the street now, I think it's West.
That was just to keep you going. It's like giving up. Here it is. Now just keep walking and follow it.
And the name of the street now, I think it's West Irvin, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And I went down. And when I was about to give up again, it doesn't know. I've been walking for an hour and grand, man. I'm tired. And then I sat down. I didn't sit down. I need to sit down now. I need to find the garage. And I started asking for a band. But no, continue going down straight. Continue going down straight. When I asked the senior security, garage go my king. Come and cartel and funamans if no kuja. President Vosameto. Nanzi lemoto belibona king. That passed me an hour ago. Orlando Pirates. These are the Orlando Pirates facilities. Few people know about the Orlando Pirates facilities. But as a young kid from Eastern Cape, they has born a Nazi. Ati, bravo, that my king. And one thing on court we mentioned, but can't figure out PSL, but nike in numbers as a Orlando Pirates. But man phone this number and then the appointment. And I'm calling this secretary. Utungbani, to the camera no August why I'm here to meet Dr. Irvin Khoza. Utungbani? Uphuma happy because I was so I need to see this guy because in Eastern Cape and okay, I will call you again. Yeah. And now again I will call. But no, it's fine. I will call you, yabo. Because number I can't register, but you need to make appointments and all those important things, yabo. Yeah, but especially these people who higher places, they meet certain individuals. And it's like
because anybody then could just meet them.
Yeah, it's not like Ngabo. It's like the secretaries are responsible about check okay, no, this one can come. Okay, when also Absa Bank, no, when Absa Bank is fine. Or whatever big brand. But when I is Kaya who's allowed me in one of my registration and one number I'm here to meet Dr. Isaac because Hey, bruh, then I end up talking to a security guard, and the security guard said to me, the best thing you can do, write a letter, tell him why you're here. Yeah, but the letter that you wrote, but tell him why you're here. Tell me here, and then fucking pictures. And then came as a security every time again. I say, because and then I can give him the letter. That's how I go to Joburg, believing that I'm here to play soccer for the benefit of my community. That's how I got here.
That's the birth of Dreamoutloud.
That was the birth of Yabo. Mfethu ngibani uyabona even manje. It's like ukuthi yo man, I need to go to America nohlanga no Kevin Hart. Uyaphambana wena. Uzohlangana njani no Kevin Hart? But to me,
yeah.
It was something normal kuma. No, man, umhlangana notata Irvin Khoza man like.
So when you're like your dreamer vela, because that's literally dreaming.
Yeah,
that's how the name even ties. Because I remember Bunqalela, how is it cut?
Okay. So kafethu. Yabona. Yazi le. Xa bethetha yabona la Albert answer. Bathi Vuyo is a big dreamer. Not Vuyo losimaziyo.
Yeah, I know that advert.
Yeah. Vuyo has nothing on me, man.
You are a professional dreamer, man.
Vuyo has not. Vuyo was just a concept. Indlela emphupha ngayandoyikisa mina bra sometimes.
That's good. If your dreams are not scary.
It scares me.
Yes.
Indlela emphupha ngayo. It's the same thing with these t-shirts. Suddenly ngihleli bandit yazi intoni. I need to sell 100 of these t-shirts. Then there's gonna be that for city. I weak man. 100. 10,000. Ah man. 100,000. Then at 100,000 I was condemned that. Then this other time in heavy conversation now. I need weak man. The population is Mzansi pako 56 million. Fuck it. I'm gonna sell 1 million of these t-shirts in 2021. Yeah, well, so it's in the imbra law, like so like.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's a good trait, man.
Boy, like Vuyo, Hansa, if you're listening, Vuyo is nothing on me. You should change your advert. Utu Onke is a big dreamer. Just change it. It's the same thing with the walk. Let's say
yeah.
Then that's the walk. Okay, before my friends about paper. That he hasn't done. I'm gonna walk to Eastern Cape and I'm gonna raise funds for preschool and I'm gonna do it in 7 days. But 7 days.
What?
And no, I'm talking about that like 15 days before the 7 days. That means I had 15 days to prepare for the 70 days. Because in my mind, I can do this thing in 7 days. I don't need to take a break. I don't need to eat food. I'm just going to drink water. I'm going to fast.
You're crazy, though.
My king. That's until my friends, now we convince man, make this thing.
Yeah, I remember you told me about this thing. I was like, dog, I'm trying to walk to Eastern. I'm like, yo, man, 7 days. Listen, I'm not trying to be negative anything. But let's get practical. Look, I wasn't going to do this walk, by the way, guys. Now that we're getting into the walk discussion, this guy came with this idea. And I was in like a state where I was thinking about starting to live life and not being tied to a prison mindset, systematic oppression and all of these different things. So these type of ideas, like, I'm always interested in because I'm like, snap, this is something so totally different, so out the box.
And it connects with who you are.
And it connects with who I am.
It makes sense to you.
It makes sense to me, bruh.
It doesn't make sense when you speak it to everyone.
Yes.
But
to me, it's like, yes, I am a dreamer as well. And this actually...
It's like when you're looking for something, but you don't know what you're looking for.
Yes, until it hits you.
Jeez, what I was looking
because the thing is, even prior to that, bro, like in this journey I was taking, like I used to like going out to the gardens or the park or hikes, and I literally felt like I was connecting back into myself in a very weird and spiritual way.
Okay, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What kept Nelson Mandela sane through his journey at prison? It's the garden. That guy.
In prison?
No, I think they're in prison. I don't know if they're in prison, but what kept him saying he create garden, tomato and everything. It's the garden. It's nature.
And you know what, bro? Also going into history and where we come from as Africans, we used to be people who used to go out and discover the world and get to certain places. Maybe we would see like this land is good. It's a good soil. It's good to grow this. It's by a nice location. It's big, and then they'll start building communities. So we always had that thing of travel because I wanna travel, bro. Like for me, traveling is one of the big things in my mind. So when you told me about this walk, I'm like, this is one of those travel opportunities that will be something that will be challenging to me. Yes, it did challenge my mind the first time because I was like, bro, I'm gonna walk to Eastern Cape. Dude, I've driven to Eastern Cape every year, bro. And I'm like,
how long
this
does it take to
far,
get to Eastern Cape? It's 12 hours.
It's like 12, like 12 hours.
Yeah. The minimum is 12 hours.
Yeah.
To 18 hours.
Well, depending how fast you go, the minimum I'd say 10.
10, let's say 10, yeah.
Maybe if you're going to Butterworth.
It's the same way from here to Zimbabwe. From Joburg to Zimbabwe, it's the same distance.
Yeah, now we're going to Umtata.
Yeah,
so when you told me that, I'm like, man, first of all, I thought of safety, security. I'm like, bro, I'm going to be walking.
That means
and I've got it marked.
You tapped into the negative side.
I tapped into the negative side first. Then as time went.
That's the same thing happens to people who have ideas and dreams. But what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? They tap into the negative side first.
Yeah. And
that's what's stopping us. Yeah, that's what happens.
I had to fight that because I was like, nah, man, I could be stopping myself from a very great opportunity. Not even just for the actual thing, but for me also as a person, like what that will do to my mind, what that will do to my spirit to actually go on that journey. Knowing that for almost a month, you're on the road. Yeah.
And when you talk about spirits, that's one thing I've learned about doing something for someone. But when you do something for someone, it's like your own spiritual investment.
Yes.
When you're doing something good, you're investing spiritual. But the world that we live in tells us about material investment. Like you invest in bonds, invest in what. But when you're doing something for someone, it's like your own spiritual investment. It's like investing in good karma. Because when you do good,
that stuff.
Yeah, when you do good, you're gonna reap good.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you won't get challenged along the way.
Sure.
You'll get challenged
because you're living in a world that's predominantly dark. And if you're trying to do good, it's going to be a challenge, obviously, because you're going against the current. It's like walking against the waves of the ocean.
Against the current.
That is coming towards you. And you're just there like
walking.
So
and that's the thing that this world that we live in doesn't understand about us. As the youth, we have a lot of great ideas, man. Now I was blessed enough to drive Taxify and Uber.
Yes, he has a lot of stories.
Through Taxify, I met a lot of young African kids, just young youth in general, who will tell me about their ideas, how they want to do things. But man, I'm doing law, but I'm not into this thing. I'm doing it for my parents, but this is what I want to do on the side. I'm doing art classes, but I'm working in a certain club to fund what I want to do. My parents are funding what they want me to do. Now, I remember there was this girl who came with that her concept. If we got greedy, I would have stolen it. And I told her that don't tell anyone about this concept. Wait until we have
you
your
can
own
actually do it.
Otherwise,
people need to understand, especially our youth, that we can actually take power into our own hands. And that is actually tying into this thing. That's what I wanted to share also on this video, to say that even this concept, how I saw it, is a matter of taking power into our hands to help the community. Because mostly what happens is we're always depending on the government to do something. With these type of things, we're always thinking, and nothing's going on, and it's been always a complaint for so many years. There's always strikes and all of these different things. We're always watching kids who don't get textbooks, or watching kids who sit under trees, who don't have a facility or anything. And this is a matter of, as the people, it could be just me and you right now, but it could grow into a bigger community of different people who want to do the same, who've been thinking the same thing, and now have an opportunity to put a hand into that, in helping a community, in helping people who are unfortunate.
It's like
any step you make, even if it's $10 that you put into it, or even if you share the page, or you support. You're supporting the movement that is meant to do this, because this thing, if it succeeds, when it succeeds, it's going to change the minds of people where they can also take the power into their hands. We might be inspiring a lot of people who may now build other facilities, who may build high schools, who may create jobs, you know. Because now it's like, yes, we'll always be stopped by, okay, I don't have the money or I don't have the resource. But it takes an idea, putting it out there and having faith in it and doing something drastic sometimes.
And it's easy to tap into but I don't have.
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
negative.
Just to make like an example for you. You have a child, Who's responsible for your child?
Me.
It's the same thing with your idea. It's the same thing with your dream. Your idea or dream is your child.
Yeah.
And what is this thing here? Like, the only thing that a child wants is an attention. Attention is God to a child. It's the same thing. Your idea is God to you. The attention is God to a child. That's the only thing your child wants, my king. Your child wants attention. It just wants to play with you. It just wants recognition from you. That's the child. If you take your idea or dream the same way, but this is my kid.
My child.
You are responsible for the kid.
Yeah, I need to give it
So attention. You need to find ways to fund this child. To find your idea, to make sure it comes to existence.
To
raise it. That's why I wanna, as a Dreamoutloud, we believe that creating opportunities it's better than looking for one. We need to come to that mindset, but you must start creating your own ideas. Because now, if you have an idea, and then you pitch it to someone else, I pitch it to you, bro, you will not see it the same way I see it. You will not view my child the same way I view my child. My child, to me, as far as I'm concerned, my child is the best. But when kabona umntana namba umntana wonke uyahlupha manje. Lo mntana igaga lintoni uyangcola yabo. And then they will come with ideas to change lo mntana. But kamkhulisa ngokwakho, it's like with your concept. Kamkhulisa ngokho lo concept, investing it. When you're gonna make sure but you make it happen how you see it. If you come to me and then I have the money, I'm gonna say to you, you're gonna come with 100% of your idea. By the time it goes to production, it's gonna be 10%.
And there's gonna be a time when the child grows up and becomes independent. It'll grow their own legs and start moving on its own. Because like your idea can now be bigger than you. It gets to a point where you started it, you took care of it when it was a baby, and now it's become a teenager or an adult, and now it's out into the world, and it's the world's the world is the one that appreciates it now. It's no longer you. When you raised it, you got it to a point where it can survive on its own. But now the world needs to accept it.
The world needs to accept it.
So it's gonna get bigger than you in a way, whereby you don't have as much control anymore.
That's life.
But if you raised it well, it will have good
it's like
intention.
It's like when it comes to a child, the first 7 years of a child's life.
Yes.
Those are the first years. Those are the best years to program that child with the values, morals, and ways to live.
Yeah.
So there are two options. It's either you have the power to give that child the disciplines, the values, the morals on how to approach the world, or you give it up to society through television, through the primary schools, and through everyone else to program your child on how to live. Those are the best years. But there's something that I read about the but it's the Jesuits. It's like JESUITS. But they said back in the days, but give me your child until he's 7 years, and then I'll give you a man. Because they knew that psychologically, the first 7 years of a child are the first important time to program the child on how he will be in society.
That thing will stay with him as an adult.
Yeah,
When it grows, it'll be his core.
Yeah, it's like us, man, Jabo. Like, that's why I'm blessed to grow up in a village. Because the first 7 years of my life, the first 10 years of my life, I was brought up in a village. Yeah, the first 7 years of a child's life, that's in a hypnotic stage. It's like have you seen videos of people who are under hypnosis?
Yeah.
I'm like, they will control you to bark like a dog and whatever. Those are the first. It's like the first 7 years of a child, the first 6 years of a child, to control you, to give you programs on how to approach life. So whatever you learn in the first 7 years of your life, it's what you will use. Going forward. So it's important. Like I believe it's important the first 7 years of a child, man, to give him or her programs on how to approach this world. Tinage, we have the programmings of the old system. But this is how you live and what.
I know.
Yeah,
Dreamoutloud, man. So we're taking the walk, guys, to Eastern Cape. So I decided to take the challenge. Despite all the negativity I may have received, even to my own self, I just thought that it would be a life-changing experience. So I'm going to do it regardless, and it's for a good cause. Because that's another thing that touched me the most, was like, it's actually for a good cause. Like, if this works out, we would have actually built a school, a preschool, dog. Like the primitive years of the child, the foundation, the inspiration you would be giving to those young kids will always stay with them for the rest of their lives. So that would be something I would live with, and that would be a good thing to live with, So I thought, man, it would be worth it. And on top of that, it would be a nice journey. It's an adventure.
It's like reconnecting with yourself.
It's kind of like, to me, when I imagine it, it's like I'm breaking chains as I walk. I'm literally becoming free from this system I've been growing up in. Like, I'm breaking free. And that's why in the beginning I wanted to I was talking to Scott, I was like, man, should we call it a long walk to freedom or whatever? But the trademarks and everything. But that's what it is. And the 27 days, you said you're dedicating it to the 27 years that Mandela spent in prison.
It's like our own personal thing that we're doing to honor.
Because that was a sacrifice that he made for a country.
27
so
years.
As the generation after that, because I'm a born free,
Boy, bokasimamela speech lamjita. Nithi mjita nje utatomkhulu Mandela. Basithi, if it needs be,
I'm willing to die for this.
We're willing to die for the preschool,
bro.
I think that's
it speaks a lot of volumes, dog.
About so someone, man.
It has so many symbols. That's why I was like, this ties into my spirit. I do it regardless.
And the funny thing is, the spirit of Ubuntu is within us. The spirit of Ubuntu is within us. That's something that our ancestors lived. It's like a legacy for us, the spirit of Ubuntu as black people. That's us. That's us. Just that, I don't know where, during colonialism, it got distorted. Because they introduced a new concept to us on how to live life. And then we shied away from who we truly are, which is compassion. I came from a village. I've never witnessed poverty until I went to the city. I've never experienced poverty. I've never seen someone sleeping on the street. I've never seen someone going to bed without food until I went to the city. So going to the city changed everything. Young Ton.
Now you needed to come, man. You are a savior. You're coming from a different perspective of life. Some of us grew up here, so to us this is our normal. But you come from a place, because even my parents, like my dad and my mom, like they come from where you come from. So I hear these stories growing up, and you hear these stories, but you can never relate because.
I'm the last generation to experience that. That's why. But when I read Long Walk to Freedom, Nelson Mandela, I relate to the circumcisions, what everything that he went through, man. as far as the village life, not about the political side, but the village life, I relate. Ukhulela koronda and everything else. I relate with that. That's why I relate with him. Because ngikhulela emakhaya. Oh man, like growing in the village is the best thing that ever happened to me, man. It's like I feel like I'm 1 foot in the screw, right? And I'm 1 foot to our ancestors' way of doing things. So I'm like, I relate with this side and I relate with this. It's like I'm the bridge.
Yes.
I'm the bridge, man.
Yeah.
I'm the bridge.
Yeah, definitely.
So, hey, man.
Alright, man. I think at this point we can kind of conclude it. I don't know how long we've been going, but I just want to also request that if you guys in any way can help support this initiative in any way that you think you can. I mean, we put in the details there. Follow the page, Dreamoutloud SA. The phone numbers are there, the emails are there. If you guys can help with anything, whether it be sponsorships for camping things or hiking shoes or food, I was like, I have a dream of getting a sponsorship from Kwai, I don't know how you pronounce it, Kwai, but man, that rap,
K-A-U,
K-A-U,
something.
It's usually at the gym, because we also do like morning workout every day.
Virgin Active.
Shout out to Virgin.
Doesn't matter if the sponsor or not, but we're there.
Man, especially when this thing starts getting big, it may not be big now, but hopefully when it does become,
I think it's big, man.
If anyone can, it is big, bro.
One thing that we need to understand about society, but as human beings, everyone has a potential to be kind and everyone has a potential to be evil. My king, if you come to my homestead and you start doing things to my family, I've got the power. In fact, I can kill you. That's one thing I know. But I also have the power to be kind to people. I have the power to do something good for someone. And one thing that I've realized about doing something kind for someone is that, let me say, you coming to me with your problems. Me helping you gives me an opportunity to learn about skills on how to fix my own problems. Because when I help you, I get skills on how to fix my own problems. Because when you come to me, I'm also going through, chances are I'm also going through the same shit.
But you're given a chance to actually perform.
I've given a chance to help you and then take those skills and apply it to myself. But no one is born bad, man. No one. If every one of us are kind.
True.
Every one of us are kind, my king. So
it's just for me, conditions.
Man, it's just the conditions, man. So it's a long journey. Life is a long journey, man.
Yeah.
Talking about my life, I think we only talked about the 15 years of mine. There's another 15 years.
There's so much more. There's so much more.
So,
I know, but we'll see. We'll get to it when we get to it. But for now, I think we've got a lot of it. We've got the gist, I think. We got to see the birth of Dreamoutloud and how I happened to get involved. And like I met this guy in varsity. Like he was in 2015. Hey man, I don't remember like how the relationship started.
But I know it was through gift and those two people.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
I used to record.
It's either I met you at after or I met you at 11.
No, you met me at after, but you also met at 11. I found out you live at 11 because my friend of mine, Ulunga, lived there. And then I met only, and Gift I met him after also. Yeah, I met him the first days. Man, we all came together. Like, we used to record, make music.
Do you remember what I told you? I don't know if you remember. Do you remember in that class 11? It's either 11 or SAPC. I said to you, check, ne? One thing you must check, ne? We are all gonna be separated.
You said it at Virgin Active.
Virgin Active, ne?
Yeah, we went.
At
Mill Park. I remember that conversation.
Yeah, that we're gonna be separated, my king. But at the right time.
We're gonna come back.
We're gonna be separated, and then we're gonna get certain skills maybe for 5 years,
And
10 years, whatever,
experience and
we're gonna get certain. We're gonna go to Cape Town, go to Durban, go to where, get those certain skills. But at the right time, we're gonna come back together and build something together. That's what happened. I don't. I'm not gonna virgin active. Ne?
Yeah,
I
there's a
remember
virgin
that
active.
conversation.
Yeah, I remember it also.
Yeah, but again, that's the thing about trusting your intuition, trusting your feelings. But you always know, bruh. You always know.
No, but you doubt it because you think it's just a thought, but it's in you.
It's in you.
Yeah.
But it's like the information is embedded. Is what embedded?
Embedded, yeah.
In your DNA.
Yeah.
Because you've got the DNA of ancestors. The information is there. It's just up to you to access it. It's there, my king. The information is there. And the information about who you are, about black people, about what we've been through is there. It's just up to you to access it.
Access it.
The minute you realize, okay, you accept who you are. Accept it.
That's where you get your power.
That's where you get your power. Accept by this is me. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm a black man and a black woman. Accept it. Accept by I've got melanin in my system. When you do that, that's when you connect to who you are. You connect, my king. Accept who you are, man. Accept
what's your line?
Accept uzizi. Accept umamako ngunozulu umpafana. Accept who you are. There's nothing wrong with accepting who you are. For ixesha I wanted to be white. I remember
I've had that stage. Yeah.
That was nothing to me. That's the case.
Yo, that's crazy. I don't want to
and I say this with I respect.
Yeah.
Someone who system or society yamkhabela phansi yamnyathele and what and she managed to come back on top. I always respect. Man. Respect
queen.
A black woman, a queen, man. Kanyimba, man.
What did you want to ask me? You said you wanted to ask me something. Did you ask me already?
And it has
earlier on before we recorded, you said.
Okay, how does it make you feel when you do something for someone?
Or
just think about it,
bro.
When you do something for someone, how does it make you feel?
Bro, I've had a point where I was addicted to that feeling because I remember during varsity times when I gave this guy my clothes. Because he needed clothes.
Yeah.
I gave him my shoes. I gave him my shirt. Gave him pants. Blanket. Bro, my day changed, bro. Like it's like you could be in one state.
Yeah.
You suddenly on this state. Like your frequency suddenly goes up.
Cause that time.
And it's like you can never have a bad day, bro.
Yeah.
And as soon as, because I remember sometimes I'd have a last 50 rand.
Yeah.
And this guy helped us out, and and he's waiting, and I don't know what he's dealing with. I know I have some money in my account. I have this 50 rand.
Yeah.
For many, it's challenging to give 50 rand away.
Yo, it's open. 50 rand.
So I'm like, let me just give it, bruh. Like, man, take, bless.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, yo, bruh, you appreciated it, dog. And the way you appreciated it just touched me,
make you feel,
I was just like, yo, man, it's fine, dog. Like, just go. Like, I'm aware. It's no problem. And that thing, like, you can feel your soul light up. It's like you feel a light in here,
It's like when you do that, you are feeding your soul.
Yeah.
Whenever you do good, you are feeding your soul.
I had a period also where I literally... but these things are for me, I don't like sharing good things I do, but I'll share it for the sake of inspiring.
But tell me something.
Okay.
But we have no problem sharing. But yo, nigga, I'm a gangster. West side, blah 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 blah. We have no problem sharing that. But when we're about to share something good, we have a problem with that. I know, man.
It's because it feels like it's just genuine. Like you're not. It wasn't genuine. You're trying to show off.
So is it genuine? Is it genuine when you say, "Yo, man, I'm the king. I'm on my side. Yo, man, I'll shoot you." Blah 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 blah.
Hey, man, there's people who do that. I don't do that.
But that's the thing.
But
that's what's being sold.
That's what's being sold to me. Yeah, so we're trying to like inspire.
You need to celebrate. You need to celebrate that, Mike. When you do something good and you feel good about yourself, you need to celebrate that, by yo. Because now you always one step closer connecting to yourself. One step closer connecting to yourself. You need to do that, man. Yeah,
Bro, there was a time I just took out 1,000 and I gave I literally put aside 100 rand for each person that I'm gonna meet and give this to.
wow.
So I was trying to change like someone's day by giving them $100, and they never expect it, bro.
Yeah.
And you talk to them. First, I talk to them.
Okay,
I don't just give it to them. I talk to them.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, hey man, what's going on? What's good?
Yeah.
Anytime, and I got this
Yeah.
for you. My spirit just bro, dog. It's like what? And now it's even change. I won't even kind of pay attention to you.
Man.
But now when you take out that 100. You're like, what? This guy's not serious. Oh, man, I'm serious.
Yeah,
this is
take
day.
it, boy.
Yeah.
Take it,
and the
man.
thing is, doing that, bro, it gave me so much life. And it's like, that's how I also want to be blessed. I want things to just come like that. Where I'm like,
boy.
I don't deserve this, or I don't believe this, or whatever. Because what you give is what you get back, bro.
My king.
At the end of the day, that is how the law of life works.
Law of life. Yabona, it's collaboration. If it's collaboration and give the service. Collaborate with the community, collaborate with people around you and give service. Okay.
Let me check quickly.
Yeah? No, it's fine. But yo, bruh, like for me, there's something better than doing something for someone else, man. I know it's supposed to be private. I was telling my friend this other time, it doesn't know I'm a kind person and I'm gonna start sharing with everyone, because now the only people who share things like, yo, I'm a gangster boy, I'm a ba, I'm a bitch, I twerk like this, But when you talk about being kind, you're being judged. Why bomunjalo, bro? Why can't you say, but yo, today, man, like, okay, if you not, let's say
in normal conversation,
bro, in normal conversation, let's say namhlanje you slept with 2 girls or 3 girls,
you show that off.
namhlanje I've slept with 2 girls.
Yeah.
But even since abantu abayifaka yo mfana namhlanje ndincede aphendule ndimthengele i-uniform, ndanceda ubani, ndamthengela what, ndanceda ubani, ndamthengela what, ndanceda ubani, ndamthengela what, ndanceda ubani. We can't celebrate those things, because it's not part of what, it's not part of the
general
narrative. It's not part of the system, celebrating kindness. But yo man, me no baby, sesa Soweto sabona amanye umntwana apha, we had fun and we bought them food. We can't celebrate those things, because the only things we celebrate is the negative things. But yo man, yo dog, I'm high as fuck. Yo bro, the dude is good. But yo bro, I did this for this girl, man, and she was happy when I was looking at her. That fed my soul. I did this for this young boy. I gave him shoes. I remember last year, I was being kicked out of my place. I didn't have money for food. I was sleeping at my friend's place, but I have this pair of shoes, and I gave them to the security guard. The feeling that he had back then, he looked at me and said, yo, King, I wish I can celebrate this party. They will think that you're buying me for information so that I can tell you what's going on here. Please, just stay far from me. But I saw how he felt when I gave him those shoes. But the society doesn't want you to celebrate that. They want you to celebrate, yo, nigga, 7,
man,
what?
Popping.
I'm popping, nigga. I'm a ba.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the problem in the society. We are not allowed to celebrate our being. We're not allowed to celebrate who we are. We are allowed to celebrate all the negative things when that don't mean thing to us. So
I know, I feel you, bro.
I think it's important for us. I was telling my friends, it doesn't do take, man, I'm gonna start with chamber. And I started saying I'm a kind person. I'm gonna celebrate that. I'm kind. Yeah, but I know I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I know I'm kind. I do things to benefit abanye abantu nam. I'm gonna celebrate that now. Yeah, but I'm doing that. Yeah, but now when you celebrate kindness, About one, oh, he's a stuck up. He thinks he's important. He thinks he's they would say all the negative things, but the question is, I think we should stop thinking about what people
That
think
should be
about
the new
us.
culture.
Man. Yeah,
just
I wanna
promoting kindness.
Oh.
Even no Twitter and all these things should be actually like promoting that, because the negativity is what's the popping thing.
Yeah, negativity is popping now. Negativity is popping.
Like if you fall, if you make mistakes, if you do something and you put on blast, it's like, yeah.
Do you know how many guys will celebrate me and say, yo, man, this weekend I slept with 15 girls. Lala manona by 15 this weekend. What's you? Yo, we out 12 a.m. Okay, star, what? Right, trust me. Bazot, But even it, I haven't had sex in 2 years or 3 years. I have a girlfriend.
Yo,
Bazot, that's about it. Okay.
Bruh, dude, I've been literally told that ish.
You're not gay, man.
Literally.
Yeah. So I think it's about how you as a person feel about it, and then standing for what you believe in. Because now I've been told those things. We know you gamers. So we don't even know. I said, what's we gay? We know you gay, but relax. Just because we're having sex in 2 years, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
Sex is a spiritual thing, man. Like, you need to meet someone you connect with. You need to meet someone like mentally, verbally, you talk to that person. But then, if it so happens, like sex, boom, it happened. But bonus it, man, sakwazi, man. Tell us it into yako, and I'm like, grand, man. As if like being gay is something wrong. Ako grand, it's like, boom, ako right in moon in yako. Yeah. That's what the society celebrates now. Man.
Now, guys, thank you so much for sticking with us through this conversation. Dreamoutloud essay. Like I said earlier, if you can support in any way this initiative, I mean, we're all gonna be a part of it. He's the initiator, but you know, we can all be involved and be a part of it. It's not about who initiated it, but it's about what the goal is. You know, if the goal actually comes to fruition, that's the important thing. So yeah, man, let's play a role. I mean, it's sort of like what we were talking about earlier. We were like, these guys each of them played a role in our freedom. You know, like some of them died, some of them spoke out, some of them got arrested, this and that, you know what I mean? It's, even though maybe it was sparked by one organization or one mind, but it trickled down to many other people playing a role in order to make the freedom possible. So, and all of those people are very important. You know, they're equally important because each role that was played, you know.
Have you been to Sharpeville?
No, I haven't been to Sharpeville, but I know that.
I've been there. Like a friend of mine took me to Sharpeville. I must take you there. I must take you there, bro. It's like a friend of mine stays closer to Sharpeville. I went to drop her, and then she take me there. Oh, this is what this thing happened.
Yeah, bro. That was heavy.
I must take you, and now I'm gonna do it. It's happening. We're gonna take a picture of videos of us going to Sharpeville. It's like 50 kilometers away from here.
Okay.
Sure, my dear.
Yeah, but otherwise, man, thank you so much. It's been great. Shout out to Dreamoutloud.
It doesn't end here, man.
Doesn't end here, man. Doesn't end here.
This was like it was like a glimpse.
Yeah, I was trying to
feel.
just give a little perspective on where this thing comes from and just the embedded parts of the idea, so that you also understand what it is that they're trying to push and where this thing stems from, you know, the mindset behind it. So yeah, man, thank you so much. Have any last words, bro, that you wanna say to the people? You've said a lot.
Don't quit your daydreams.
Don't quit your daydreams.
Don't quit your daydreams. If you have an idea, fight for it.
Definitely.
No, bruh, fight.
That's what I wanna write behind the
shirt.
shirt.
For your ideas, but if you have an idea, whatever of want to be or of what you want to reach, fight for it. One thing I can tell you is that our parents are the agents of the colonial system, but on a psychological level. They are not aware because they were made to believe, but this is the way of life. So if you want to, if you pursuing your idea or dream, just know as a black child that you're gonna have a lot of conflict with your parents because they have a certain saying or a certain what do you think?
Certain way of thinking.
Yeah,
mindset.
they've got a certain way of thinking. They've got a certain mindset because they were conditioned to think that way. So if you have an idea, man, I will tell you, just fight for it, man, and understand, but it won't be easy. If you are true to what you believe in, it's gonna come to fruition. Just fight for it, man. Don't quit on your daydreams. Dream out loud. Love yourself.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Stick up, but in my leg, every side.